So you're taking your shorts and just getting like it's obviously Right Blogger is getting the transcript and then you're actually turning that into another blog piece, even though it's under 2 minutes sort of thing.
Exactly. Because even though it's under 2 minutes, it's still usually at least a few hundred words of content. And even if that source material, the transcript, isn't super lengthy itself, it is something that AI can work with to actually do a better job of creating an SEO optimized post. And so even if like Right Blogger has only 100 words that are yours to work with, it will expand on that. It will optimize your post and make sure that it is the correct length in order to like serve some sort of purpose for your site.
Okay, so just to confirm, say I made 2 YouTube videos that were 10 minutes each and then did 7 shorts a week, you're saying that it's gonna turn out roughly 9 actual functional blog pieces.
Exactly. And you would just want to make sure that your automation settings are set up to handle that type of capacity, so that you could run up to once a day, or you could set up guardrails on, which days of the week to publish and such. So set the settings how you want them, and then you can like let it go. And I do recommend always checking out your content. Like I'll let stuff run and publish automatically on my sites now that I have spent a lot of time with the tools, I know what's predictable about it. I've had back and forths where I've seen stuff get published and I've been like, oh, I don't really like that. Let me go adjust my prompt so that all of the content moving forward is working with that style change or the change to what the images look like. And so I will give the caveat of all things with AI, play with it, see what it gives you, make tweaks. Like it is a back and forth iterative process, but once you've like dialed that in, then you're pretty set.
Cool. That's very cool. Yeah, thank you. Love this. How many pieces of blogs or how many pieces of content are you putting out a day or even a week if that's easier? Like obviously you're posting to the YouTube channel and then are you doing the shorts as well? Like what sort of capacity are we talking that it can handle?
I'm typically doing around 5 a week. I personally start to break down at trying to make more videos than that. And so to kind of like meet that demand, I publish a keyword-based automation on my sites each week too. And like I think my hiking blog is a really good example of that because I'm running multiple businesses, multiple blogs. And so I have this hiking site where I love to like do hikes, film them, publish content based on my hikes when I go, but I also want this site to get more traffic and more readers. And so I have from Right Blogger running on my hiking blog to where it takes a topic, a keyword phrase that Right Blogger goes out and researches and decides on and publishes on my behalf with SEO optimized content that's got tables, headers, images, internal links, external links, like all of the SEO best practices are dialed in, and this content is ranking. It's kind of crazy. Like it's doing it on autopilot. And so I have kind of a combination of keyword automations and the YouTube video automations that sort of keep me stocked up at publishing those about 5 a week, I would say. On my calendar, you can see it sends content on weekends, but I send stuff to my blog as a draft so that I go in, I review, and I make sure before it goes live.
I love this. Thank you. Would you be able to show us one of these keyword blog processes?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. So setting up a keyword automation, you would always set it up from here, click the automation button. You'll plug in your site so the AI can actually go out and understand the content topics that you cover and what you don't yet cover but should. And I'll show you an example using my really built out automation here of what a complete keyword automation looks like. So I've got my site. I've got some topic choosing instructions here. Focus on topics related to blogging, marketing, SEO, AI, and content strategy. Those are my main pillars. And so I wanted to specifically choose stuff on my pillars and then additional instructions for the content generation. This is the stuff that's added to the bottom of the prompt essentially for every post it creates. And so I've given specific instructions around the images, around using real time knowledge, around the word count that I wanted to use, around specific SEO and AEO elements like having a key takeaways near the top of your posts, having relevant FAQs near the bottom of each post. And so this is where to like really specify what your content should look like. And then lastly, but not least, auto optimize for SEO. This is super important in Right Blogger. I toggle this on for everything I make. This uses one of our SEO reports every time it's creating content on your behalf. And so it goes out, it understands the SERP for that keyword phrase you're trying to rank for, and it'll make sure your content is pre optimized for it. And then setting up the timeline, guardrails, days of the week you want, how many runs per day if you want to publish weekly, daily, and then finally connecting your site and hitting automate.
Wow. It's just so easy when you do it.
I know. And it seems like kind of a lot, I know, but it is one of those things that, like, hey, if you spend 20 minutes with this, really setting it up, dialing it in, it's something that produces for you over the course of weeks, months, and years to come. And so that's the framing that I always recommend is like setting up a content system that runs even with your hand off the wheel because life happens all the time is the way that people are being successful with SEO content in particular today.
Yes, absolutely. No, I love all of this and totally agree with you. And it's one of those things as well where it is very much becoming a numbers game. And if you do try and sit there and write out 1,600 word blog post every single day or 5 days a week, plus filming a video, plus doing 3 to 5 pieces of content on all of the channels, that's it. You've got a full time job as a content creator, but that's not necessarily focusing on optimizing things to bring in income. So the fact that this is so hands off is amazing.
Even if you're using like ChatGPT or some sort of chat-based tool to help you with creating content, like that's super tiresome. It's really manual, it's clunky, it breaks as you try and scale. And so like this really is the like purpose-built thing that we designed to solve our own problems of how do we take all this gold we're making or the stuff that lives in our heads and then actually put it into the world.
If you want to watch the entire episode, click here. And if you want to watch more episodes like this, click here.